propping up the Shah of Iran. They forget about that whole crisis in 1979 when the U.S. embassy over in Iran was stormed and 66 folks were, held hostage and whatnot because of the U.S.'s, attempt to shelter the Shah from the atrocities, shelter him because of the atrocities that he committed against, thousands and hundreds of thousands of individuals. We talk about Jimmy Carter. Some folks forget about, the CIA's role in Pinochet's bloodbath in Chile, and and how Carter talked about how everything was legal and proper when even some of his own cohorts said that it was criminal. They forget about him sending boatloads of Haitians back to Baby Doc to be tortured and dealt with, when he said it was an economic issue, so he wouldn't grant them asylum. We forget about this guy, and all of a sudden, folks want to pretend that he's some type of American hero, just like Obama. I think that one of the things that, if we're to be honest with ourselves, when we talk about neocolonialism, you mention the Obamas, but you also mention someone like Jimmy Carter, because we're tricked into believing, just like Clinton, that he's some type of, white superhero. And, in his old age, they talked about how, oh man, he was for the people and so on and so forth. When you really tap into his history, he was like cyanide. It might have looked and tasted, at the end of the day, to kill you for sure.
You pointed out some of the salient factors in Carter's political career. He was a Georgia peanut farmer. He was one of the major players in trying to redesign the Middle East to fit U.S. and European hegemonic control over that vital region of the planet. I think that one of Carter's roles was to consolidate or reaffirm the legitimacy of the presidential office and the office of the president after Watergate and Nixon's resignation. So, transit president between Nixon and Reagan. And so we really need to understand the role that Carter played in trying to reassert the Democratic Party and its alliances with the white supremacist Republican Party. So he played a pivotal historical role, a transitional role, I believe, in bringing people back to the voting booth, because the 60s let a lot of people down in terms of young people and their understanding of the racist trilateralism of the United States foreign policy and government under Jimmy